Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero, and welcome back to Super Mario Bros. 2. Started off the last video mentioning how I've done this like a gazillion times. I never actually mentioned what I meant by that. I kind of just started rambling on as I usually do. So I've tried to do this on the channel 2 other times before. One time I didn't even upload it. I just realized this is a smiley face. I played this like a million times. But I tried it again recently. I don't remember when this was exactly. I think it was like sometime in 2019. I tried to do it, and I was doing it on the Super NES, or no, it was on the NES. The NES arcade entertainment thing that they have for Switch users. And I did it on that, but I kind of stopped in between just because, like, at some point I was having some trouble with some level and I wanted to like come back with it, but I just wasn't really feeling it. I feel like it wasn't as wasn't going as great as I wanted it to, you know. I feel like it was just missing that certain something. And I kind of just stopped it, and I kind of wasn't feeling it after a while. So what I decided to do was I was going to take a break from it, and then I would come back and do it again eventually, but then I never actually did. And then instead what I'm doing now is playing on the Super Nintendo, because it's on the Super Mario All-Stars edition. They remade the game. It's the copy of the game that I actually played it in, whereas, you know, before I played it on the channel, I played the NES version, but I've only actually ever played the SNES version with, you know, the updated sprites and whatnot. I've never actually played the NES version aside from, you know, that time I did it on the channel. And I might have played it a little bit when they released it on like the DS or the 3DS and stuff like that. But I just like this version a lot better because the colors, they just look so fucking good and everything. But it might also just be flat out nostalgia. Let's go ahead and take down Birdo here really quickly. And I was going to actually do this on the Switch also, because it came out on the Switch in the SNES version of the arcade entertainment online system thing. And I figured, hey, I can pick that up and do it on the version I actually wanted to do it on. But I decided to instead just do it on the Super Nintendo, just because I have a Super Nintendo controller, so I can just use that. And oh, so close. Fortunately, the cherry was at the end, so it doesn't really count. But yeah, so we're doing a Toad-only warpless run here to see if we can beat this game. It's not super long or hard, but it is a platformer, which means it is, at the very least, difficult for me to talk and play. But we'll see if we can get through that easily enough. But yeah, there was another time that I did this series, or tried to do this series, where I had something that was some sort of rough concept that was supposed to be named, I think it was like game over equals game over. And basically the idea behind that was just that I was going to try and do a series on the channel where it was like I would play games. Never gotten that low, Jesus. I would try and play games, and if I ever at some point, oh no, this is the worst with Toad here. Oh, and I got hit for it, that sucks. Oh my god, are you kidding me? I would try and play games, and as soon as I were to, you know, get a game over, I would just stop playing the game. So it'd be sort of like this survivor mode kind of thing where I would try and see how far I can get into a game, but then I would just, you know, stop playing as soon as I die. And it was supposed to be sort of like one, a way that was quote unquote I guess unique, or like a way for me to like distinguish myself from everyone else. Even though in essence that's not a super creative concept, I'm sure everyone initially thinks of something like that. But I was trying to do something like that in order to like make myself stand out, so I wasn't just doing the same thing as everyone else. And then also it was a way for me to like play games that I really want to play but are kind of difficult to like do a whole series on. So like, for example, fighting games and stuff like that, I figured I can do like that, because I like, for example, was playing a lot of Dead or Alive 5, I think it was. I don't remember what version it was. It was some Dead or Alive game that was on the Xbox 360, which, you know, it's kind of all of them because they're mainly Xbox games. But I was, you know, trying to find a way to play that game, so I was going to try and do it in that sort of way. And there were just like a couple of other little games like that that I wanted to try and see if I can play with this sort of format and, you know, try to have some fun with it. But then I never actually ended up doing it. I even like went through the trouble and made like a intro and like all this kind of stuff for it. And I even tried recording an actual video. Well, this kind of sucks. I think I can make that jump without this. There we go. Yeah, okay, whew. But yeah, I actually tried to record a video of it, and it was with this game. But I also did a couple of other takes with like Super Mario Sunshine and stuff like that. But I just did not like how those videos came out, and I feel like it, you know, the purpose on it was too difficult for me to, at the time at the very least, explain quickly, which was one of the issues I had. That like, oh well, I don't know why I did that. Sometimes I have this thing where I like jump and I throw an item and I try to like, you know, jump and then come back, but then I end up throwing the item backwards instead. But yeah, I was having issues like trying to explain what was the premise or purpose of this quickly in the first couple of minutes of the video. And then that kind of sort of like bothered me that I couldn't get that out effectively, so I would like stumble on through most of the video, and it would like really bother me, and I felt that I like, you know, this is just not gonna work out, and I kind of just gave up on it. It was essentially like, you know, in essence doing a Nuzlocke of every game, but you know, I was hoping that, you know, at some point I'd pick up some sort of different something specific to like make it stand out more. Like I was gonna try and do things where like I would take game over screens or like game over sounds from games where I failed in, and I think I'm supposed to bring the thing up here. So let me go down, come back up, or maybe it's not that I'm supposed to. Let's do it here, see what happens. Okay, yeah, I think I'm supposed to do it over there. Let's just do this a couple of times, sorry. But yeah, put this here. So we can get all things, there we go. Now we can go back and do it one more time. Yeah, I was trying to get like different game over screens, and like whenever I failed a game, I would go back and get like the sound of when I died or whatever the character made, or like, you know, something like that, and I would add that to like the intro, and then over time it would just be like this long, that was kind of dumb, this long convoluted mess of noise of like characters dying kind of deal and stuff like that. And then like for the end card or the outro, it would be like the game over screen either of the game itself that I'm playing or like a similar game, stuff like that. But like I said, I've obviously never went through with that. That thing is like impossible to get to, and I think I've tried it, oh my god, multiple times, and it really turns out that it's really not that great, so I'm not even gonna bother. Oh my god, fucking bees, bro, they're just non-stop coming at you. There we go. Hopefully that counts as a bunch of enemies. And I can kill one more to get a heart. Alright. Take this guy. I picked the right path, I guess. Hey, that's gotta be some enemies. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that. Oh, I got it. Yes, nice. Take this pal and throw it over here. So now we gotta get a key and climb all the way up. Alright. But yeah, as you can see, I obviously didn't go through with that. It's kind of disappointing. There were like a lot of little ideas like that I wish that I sort of, maybe not so much acted on, because I did act on them, but you know, actually come out with them. But you know, one of those infamously is Super Smash Odyssey, which is, I had like these 4 like big ideas that were just like the things that I wanted to mainly focus on the channel, and I was hoping, you know, those would be like a combination of like my what's the word I'm looking for? Like those are the things that would like, you know, set me apart, and like that would be my, I don't want to say golden ticket, but that would be like the thing that would, you know, help me out in YouTube. But I tried to do Smash Odyssey, and you know, we all know how that went. Okay. Whew. Yeah, because throwing the key in the sand is kind of rough sometimes because it can get stuck. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, I tried to do Smash Odyssey and that didn't work out so well. The other thing was Pokemon Reckless Bout. That was like the third one. That one was me trying to do like Pokemon battles, but you know, sort of differently. And that didn't work out as well either. Get rid of this thing because that's really annoying. Kill this, give me a heart please, there we go. And then, I don't remember what the 4th idea was, to be honest, but there was another idea as well, because I remember there was just these 4 big ideas that I wanted to do. There's something else, but I ended up not doing that as well. But I kind of wish I did Game Over equals Game Over. Not that it would have been like, oh, this is the one where I gotta use. Oh boy. We got a Hydra here, and we gotta actually use these, like, container things. I always thought these were, like, yogurt containers or something like that. But I think they're actually supposed to be, like, mushrooms. But, yeah, they just look like bottles, or, like, Tupperware containers that you would use. And I was always so confused, like, why are they just random Tupperware containers? But, yeah, kind of wish I tried Game Over and Game Over. Game Over equals Game Over, give it a shot. Even if it would have failed, at least I would have been like, hey, I gave it a shot. Whereas, like, you know, now I know with, like, Pokemon Reckless Bout, I was like, hey, that didn't work out. Smash Odyssey, hey, that didn't really work out, you know? Or, like, maybe, hey, I tried this, maybe I can try something different in the future. But, in any case, take care of yourself.